I read many times about walls in different parts of the world. For me, living behind these cement blocks, it means that your freedom is stolen, your dignity is stolen. It's like living inside a big prison.
I feel isolated, totally isolated. If I want to go anywhere, I cannot go through Jerusalem. I have to go around the wall. And a journey that usually takes maybe half an hour will take 2 hours.
I couldn't go anywhere without being checked or delayed, because, as you know, more than 500 checkpoints in the West Bank. And especially if you come late at night, they will stop you at any checkpoint for hours.
If you stay in Ramallah, you're okay. You don't see it, you know, that is the good thing. But if you want to go anywhere outside, there it is right in front of you.
We feel depressed and annoyed because all we see is a big wall around us, surrounding us everywhere. And the most important issue is that the wall is dividing people. Like, people cannot meet, they cannot go and see each other, especially from people from the same families.
It's a very hard experience to go every day through the checkpoints and see the wall where I can't see your family, your friend, which living in the next way from your life. You know, you just want to see them, just say hello, and even you want to see the sun when it rises, but you can't do it. It's so hard.
Yeah, sure. Because, you know, this is so artificial. This is against the international law, against the human rights, the Palestinian rights. So one day it will fall down, definitely.
It has to. It is evil. It is evil in all sense of the word. It's evil. And it is anti-democratic, and it's anti-freedom, and it is racist, and it's... the whole concept of building walls these days is not acceptable.
It must. It must. Yeah, it must be. It must happen.
We pray for that.
We won't just pray. We will do that. It's our land, it's our cities, our village. It's our families. We have to keep in touch with them. No one can stand up and stay in this land.
As Palestinians, this is what give us the power in order to continue and keep living, because for us as people living under occupation, it's not allowed for us to give up. We have always to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We have always to keep the hope inside our heart.
Well, Berlin wall came down, so we hope it'll be peace one of these days.
No, I think maybe some of the Gulf states, they offering help for the Palestinian people, not the Arab countries, because most of the Arab countries is not very rich countries. If you look to Egypt or Syria or other, Iraq, you know, see the situation in Iraq, even Lebanon.
What we have been seeing or living is just the ignorance of the Palestinian situation by the Arab countries, because they have their own, let's say, interests. They don't care about the Palestinian state.
Most of the Arab countries are helping the Palestinian by sending money, direct currency money to the Palestinian. I think without the help of the world, we couldn't manage here. The salaries of the employees in the Palestinian National Authority, it cannot pay the salaries for those people without being helped from the world or the Arab countries.
A week ago, the Emirates, you know, they sent 100 million euro, you know, which is good, you know. And Saudi Arabia, they're doing the same thing.
This economic help, it's not coming for the Palestinian people themselves. It's coming for specific, either, I see it either for Fatah or for Hamas. And they are distributing it. But for the Palestinians themselves, for the economy, for the infrastructure, no, I am not seeing anything improving.
Of course it is not enough, because half the aid, for example, that the Arab countries donate goes to Gaza. And Gaza is totally deprived. It no longer exists, especially during the last war in Gaza. How many buildings and homes have been destroyed, and the children displaced, and old people and women made homeless.
In words, yeah, but in the truth, you know, we our suppliers just from Europe and from the United States. According to the Arab, there's a lot of boxes, many names of boxes. Every meetings, every conference, they pawn a new box like Jerusalem box, Al-Aqsa box, Intifada box. Unfortunately, they are empty.
It's a good start, and I hope they'll lead to more, but it's not enough, no. I mean, go from here to Nablus. There's settlements springing up on every second, third hilltop. The settlements have, from here to Nablus, maybe they have tripled, if not quadrupled, in the time that I've lived here, which is now 14 years.
I don't think freezing the settlements is enough for the Palestinian, and it's not enough for me. I want all the Israeli settlements just demolished from the West Bank and Gaza. And they can go and live in the Israeli cities. They can live in Tel Aviv. They can live in other, Jerusalem, other cities, They can't, stay here in our land.
The exact word that was used by Bibi Netanyahu is postponing, which is not enough as Palestinians. We don't want them to postpone or even freeze. We want them to dismantle these settlements, because they have to consider and understand that this is the price of peace. Otherwise, they will not get peace. They will not get security.
Freezing is a funny concept. I mean, is it you put it in a freezer and then you defrost it when the time comes for the settlements to grow again? You defrost this. And what is this? Are we playing games here? And this is how we have no trust in the Israeli government whatsoever.
No, they built something not removable. At its policy, they arrange it before over 25 years, not from now. They have a big plan that they will eat our land piece by piece, and at the end we will feel ourselves that we have no land.
It's not easy to take them down, but I'm sure that one day there will be no settlements because settlers themselves will be out of here.
The settlements in Gaza Strip, when they withdrew from Gaza, they destroyed the settlements. Although the number of the settlements in the West Bank exceeded very, very, very much the settlements in Gaza, but I think if they have the political will to have peace with the Palestinians and the Arab world, they should remove the settlements.
I believe that the Palestinian state has to be on the borders of 1967 and Jerusalem as its capital. So we cannot have such state while having Israeli settlements, dividing the West Bank into three major sectors.
There is a small window now open to end this conflict, and now it's becoming smaller and smaller. They have to take this. I say it is a very courageous decision to stop and dismantle the settlements, yes.
We have to have peace with each other, or the war will continue generation after generation, and it will never stop. But the Israelis, they have to be more flexible.
The Israeli people, they want peace. And the Palestinian people, they want peace too.
Caters nowadays that Israel leaders or even Israeli people want to have peace with the Palestinians. Because most of the Israelis want peace and want the land of the Palestinians.
I always convince myself that, yeah, there's going to be peace, but when in reality, I don't see it coming anytime soon. From what I see is the Palestinians, they gave up so much, so many times. Whenever there was a treaty or ceasefire, it was always the Palestinians that had to comply. And in my opinion, the Palestinians sacrificed so much already. It's up to them. Do they want peace? The Palestinians are ready for peace, but I don't think they are.
How are we going to have peace when you have checkpoints? And day after day, you have settlers shooting at children, and you have dead and detainees. Every day, there are arrests in the villages.
Not in our lifetime, for sure. Maybe our children's or our grandchildren's time. The model of South Africa gives us hope. So we continue to hope.